float, and then you get yourself ejected. Like what? Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about this dude, man. At this point, man, I'd rather have fat ass James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Like I rather I rather have his roly poly ass and and on the court dribbling, putting up 40 points or 35 points or whatever. That y'all say he ain't the Houston James Harden. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I rather he can give you more. He give you more than 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. And I love, what I love the beginning of the game, right? I love how they was like by halftime, they was trying so hard to bring up Ben Simmons' name, like so hard, right? Like, oh, he's not putting up a lot of points, but he's contributing other ways. He got 6 assists. Oh my god! It's like, um, at the end of the game, Nick Claxton had 5 assists. Nick Claxton, Claxton, the center of the Brooklyn Nets, had 5 assists. And y'all on Ben Simmons because why? Now I know what y'all probably gonna say. But Claxton played a majority of the game. Ben Simmons got ejected. If he didn't get ejected, he would have more than 6. But why did he get himself ejected? For what? You didn't know that was a dirty play? Of all your years playing basketball, not just pro basketball, from high school to the Pee Wee or whatever they call the little kid basketball league. Pee Wee's football, but you see my point. From the like we're talking like 25 years of basketball, probably a little bit less than that. I'm not sure how old he is, but a good over 2 decades of playing basketball. You didn't realize what you did was gonna be a dirty play. That's just what I'm saying, man. Like I don't I don't know, man. I'm just not big on this dude. I've never been big on this dude, and I'm even less big on him now than before. Because in the beginning, when he first got in the league, my mindset was, okay, let's give him a chance. Let's see what he do. Let's give him a chance before we judge him. I don't see what the fuss is about, but he might be really good. Let's give him a chance. That give him a chance went out the window years ago. Now I'm like, why is he still on the team? That's what I'm thinking. Why is he still on the team? On any team or any relevant team. Put him on a team that's not so relevant. Put him on Houston. You know, put him on Washington. It's like Kyle Kuzma. I feel the same way about Kyle Kuzma, right? It's like, oh well, he's gonna be a big piece of this Laker team and everything. I was like, I guess. I mean, he looked like a regular dude to me. Which he was. He was a regular dude. You know, the Lakers traded to Washington. And there are times he do good things in Washington, but I don't know about it because he plays in Washington. I see stats and everything. Oh, okay, but I'm not. I don't see the game because they're not gonna put Washington on TV like that right now. That's what Ben Simmons needs to be, man. He needs to be. Every once in a while you see me, but most of the time you won't see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna do a lot of good things. I might do some bad things. It won't matter because my team sucks and we're going to lose. You don't have to deal with watching my ugly ass basketball in April and May, and of course June. Perfect place for Kyle Kuzma. It's time to put Big Ben. I guess it's time to put Ben in one of those teams. But Kyrie Irving, he tried his best to keep his team up. The Suns kept that lead. You know they was up big. They were up big, but they only won by 5 points. Even though they was up by like 20. But hell, a win's a win. Another game with no Booker, with no Chris Paul, But then again, the Nets don't have Kevin Durant, so and the Nets have Ben Simmons, so it's kind of fair. I wish I would have seen that first game though. I wish I would have seen that Boston Celtics Warriors game with Steph Curry. Steph Curry put up some numbers, but so did Jason Tatum. So did Jason Tatum. That was a straight. straight, legit statement game. Statement game. Like I never seen one before. To let the Warriors know we are here. It was close. It went to overtime, and then Boston went on an 8-0 run in overtime to put to put that dagger through their heart and say, "We are here. This is not last year. If we see you in the finals this time, we're gonna sweep you." That's what I got out of it. That's why I got watching, watching the interviews and the highlights and seeing, okay, I see Boston won, but how did they win? And I got to watch how they won, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a statement. That was a statement. You don't play the reigning champions like that unless you trying to let them know something. And to me, it wasn't the typical. It wasn't the It wasn't the typical, oh, we're playing the champs, so we're going all out against the champs because they're the champs. No, it was straight up like, hey man, you interrupted our time. It's supposed to be our time, and you got away with that. I'm letting you know right now, you're not gonna get away with that twice. That seemed like a game that they played in late May to early June. And it's January, and they put up minutes, man. The Warriors put up minutes. Steph Curry is still going through that injury he got going on right now. He just got back, put up 43. Andrew Wiggins put up 40. Klay Thompson put up 36. Jordan Poole put up 43 minutes. Then you look at Tatum. He played a whole NBA regulation game. He put up 48. Al Horford put up 37. Jaylen Brown put up 41. Even Marcus Smart put up 38. Man, it's like y'all put it on minutes. You got the point guard they traded from Indiana, Brogdon, off the bench, and he put up 36. Now I'm telling you right now, mind you, 6 players that was eligible to play off the Boston Celtics did not play. For example, Blake Griffin. So they only play with like 9 players, 9 or 10 players, like 9 players. So that's probably the reason why they put up so many numbers. But that's what they had to do to make sure they get this win. Can you imagine taking out Robert Williams III and to put in Blake Griffin? Can you imagine that? Like nah, Robert Williams, man, you gonna play a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, and then if we gotta take you out, we'll take you out and put in Grant Williams or something. But we're not gonna we can't play Blake Griffins and Jackson and all those other guys, Davidson and Pritchard and all those guys, man. Like, nah, man, y'all take this day off, man, because we're playing the champs. That's what I mean. You don't usually do that in January. You usually do that like March, April, getting ready for the playoffs, or trying to get like the final C's, trying to get the number 1 seed, or try to get in the play in or something. You don't usually do that in January, but they did, and I believe they did to let the Warriors know we did not forget what you did last year. We're coming back for you, and the Warriors allowed them to come back for them in this game. Yes, they played hard. Yes, the game went to overtime. But man, 8-0 runs, 8-0 run. It doesn't matter how you win, you won. You won. Statement game. Almost made me wish to get a rematch. Boston and Golden State in the NBA championship. Almost made me wish for that. But way too soon to talk about who's gonna be in the finals right now, because every team is playing straight balling right now. Every team that should be balling is balling. Every team that should be balling is balling. Hell, even the Lakers is balling a little bit. They they mid range balling. They'll do some good things, and then they'll have like a nice little 4-game winning streak, and then lose like 2 games in a row. 2 or 3 games in a row and lose because they shooting too many threes or something. The same mishaps I've been saying since episode 1 or 2 of Misunderstood. They shooting too many wild ass threes. Too many of them. Too many of them that's not going in. If they going in and you still want to shoot threes, if Steph Curry shoot 10 threes in a row and he miss all 10, I'm gonna be like, yo, Steph, shoot for 11. Know why? Because you're Steph. You may miss these 10 in a row and you're gonna end up making like 5 or 6 in a row, and the 5 or 6 is gonna put the Warriors up by 3 points, and y'all won by 3 points. I got that type of trust for Steph. I don't got that type of trust for those Lakers players. Russell Westbrook, no trust. LeBron James from the 3-point line, no trust. Pat Beverly, no trust. I have no trust that this team can make those shots consistently to be shooting like that. But man, but the Warriors, they played. I do got trust in the Warriors. They play really hard. I've been saying for like a month now they're gonna put that switch on. They're gonna chill till about the All-Star break, and then they're gonna put that switch on. I believe they started this game without that mentality, and then by halftime they was like, yo, this team is really trying to whoop our ass. We gotta let them know who we are. And then they put that switch on. I believe that. But against Boston, you gotta have that mindset from the tip off. From the tip off, you gotta have that mindset. Unless you just that great of a team, and if you was that great of a team, you would be 7th or 8th in the West. So you gotta have that switch off from the tip off against this Boston team. But it was definitely a statement game. Definitely a statement game. And before I get out of here, I wanna say something real quick. Go to football real quick. Brandon Stanley. This man still got a job. He's still the coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't know what they're waiting for. He was one of those dudes. I said, if you lose on a Sunday, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, put on my TV. My TV stays on ESPN. Put on my TV, and I'm gonna see breaking news: Los Angeles Chargers fired Brandon Stanley. I said the same thing about Mike McCarthy. If you lose to Tom Brady and these Bucks, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. Breaking news: Cowboys fired McCartney. But I was for sure Stanley will be going by now. And we halfway through the week, and this man is still there. And I'm just gonna ask why? Why? I thought he would be fired before Arizona fired their coach. Before Kingsbury. I thought he'll be fired before Kingsbury for sure. I was thinking maybe they'll give Kingsbury another chance because of how the year went and the injuries with Kyler Murray and everything. And they was like, nah, man, you out of here. We're tired of you out of here. So why is Brandon Stanley still on this team? Like more than halfway through the week, and he still got a job. Oh no, man. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. I'm seeing too many coaches like Lovie Smith getting fired for every little thing. I'm seeing, some really good GMs and I'm not GMs, OCs getting fired. Pretty good OCs just had a bad season. They got fired real fast. Tuesday, Wednesday was the days of firing folks, and Brandon Stanley is still there, still strong on some Derrick Luke, Antoine Fisher shit. And I'm not understanding why. I'm understanding what the Chargers are waiting for, but I'm letting you know right now. Y'all better go ahead and fire this dude. Y'all better go ahead and fire this dude. Y'all blew a 27-point lead. Do you understand that? Y'all threw a 27-point lead. Y'all wasn't at full strength because the coach played all the top players in a meaningless game in Week 18.